Yo, what is good, y'all boys, man? Today I'm gonna be going over the trade recap. The two trades that I ended up taking today, as you probably saw in the title, I got freaking fooled. I'm basically just explain what happened. So, I'm gonna first start off with my bias on the day. So on the day I was bullish due to the fact that we were in a 4 hour gap on ES. This is NQ, but let me just show ES, bro. Look, you guys can see it's pretty small, but we were in the 4 hour gap. Um, and we also had this bearish 4 hour gap as a target. So I did want to see like the 0.5 of the gap get hit. Um, so yeah. And then, so let me just go back to the 1 minute and show my entries. So yeah, so you guys can see where my black line is. That's where the 0.5 level of the gap was. There was also these highs there. So I did want to see those highs get taken. Um, And yeah, let's just go over the first trade that I ended up taking. So I ended up taking this trade on the eval. So I have a 50k express and I have a 50k eval. I ended up taking the trade on my 50k eval. And it actually made me money, so I cannot hate. I ended up making, I think, like right around $1,000 on the eval account. But let me just go over the trade that I took. Alright, so here it is. So basically the trade that I ended up taking was something like this, bro. So yeah, I took a short and I took a long. So let me just put those on there. Yeah. Alright, so I took the short. The first trade I took was a short position. It was basically targeting Asia lows. So let me just pull up my stuff so you guys can see where the Asia lows were. These were Asia lows right here. I basically ended up essentially entering off of this fair value gap. So price basically taps this fair value gap, started moving lower. I just did that and I targeted Asia lows. So I think I got out somewhere around right there. Uh, it was like a pretty, it was like a B plus setup. That's probably the reason why I took it on my eval, because I was like, yo, the eval is fresh. I never traded on that eval before. It still has $50,000 in the balance. And so I basically just, it was a B plus setup, right? So I just took it to Asia lows and it worked. So I made $1,000 on the eval. Now this is where we basically got cooked, bro. Not cooked, but like I could have made generational wealth, and I literally missed out on my Express account, boys. So let me just go over. The longs were beautiful. As I said, you guys, I was looking to target that black line, which right there is those highs, and there's also some like London highs and stuff up there. I was looking to target those. So basically, we came down, we took out Asia low. Let me just point out where Asia low again was if you missed it. You guys can see where this blue line is. Perfectly swept Asia low, bro. And this is my model. Like I'm gonna say, guys, my model is very similar to TJR's model. So I trade liquidity sweeps, I trade all that stuff. So this trade's literally my model, bro. And I'm gonna explain basically how I got fooled because I ended up entering right here. This was the exact trade that I took. You guys can see I considered that small little freaking thing to be a fair value gap, like a tap to the fair value gap. Yes, kind of tapped it a little bit, but realistically we did not enter that fair value gap. But I entered there. I started making some money, and then um went up. And if you guys can see, bro, pull out equilibrium. Look at how it tapped equilibrium. Just look at how we tapped equilibrium right here. We tapped equilibrium of the range. I personally thought that I was cooked in this position because look at how we tapped equilibrium perfectly, bro. So we tapped EQ and we started moving down to break even. At this point, I moved my stop, guys. I'm gonna admit it. Today, I moved my stop way too early to break even, bro. If you guys are like new traders or if you're kind of similar to me where you've been doing it for a while, just I would recommend try to wait a little bit. So if I did end up holding this trade, like bro, I would have made generational wealth. But Yeah, so I ended up getting stopped out at break even. But what really happened was we just tapped the gap and we continued higher. And on top of this, if you guys trade the unicorn model as well, that's what the unicorn model played out crazy today. Because you guys can see right here, this green candle was a breaker block and there was a fair value gap. So it was literally like the unicorn model played out insane. Um, I should have been taking it. I did take it, but I should have been holding the trade. If I did hold this trade, I would have made close to like $800 on my Express account. But we live and we learn, bro. We live and we learn, boys. I mean, like, same thing kind of happened yesterday where I kind of should have held the trade, but as I said, we live and we learn. This is all like a learning experience. So I guess that's gonna be it for the vid, bro. Those were the two trades I took. I'm not like mad. I ended the day break even on my Express account and I made 1K on my eval. So I'm gonna take it, but could I have made more? Yes, and I'm gonna try to improve on that going into the future. And some of my advice for those of you who are like just getting into trading or if you're still unprofitable, bro, always look back at what you can improve on, right? That's why I kind of do these videos. So I'm looking back on what I can improve on. I moved my stops to break even way too early, bro. Way too early. Like I was just tweaking with that. So you guys want to be constantly looking at what you can improve on because that's how you're going to improve as a trader or improve in anything that you do in your life. You just want to keep analyzing like what you can do better and how you can do it better. But I think that's where I'm going to end this. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. And yeah.